Hello everybody, let's see if we can change this up. What's going on? Am I here? Let me check the mic's working. Yup, check. How's everybody doing? Furnicar Battle Cruiser operational. Hello everybody. Thanks everybody for joining. If you're watching live or you're watching later, don't forget, we've got the Discord, you can join us. We put out posts, everybody shares stuff, it's awesome. There it is. So, what are we all doing? We're going to be looking at Media Context Protocol. Why not? We can, so we will. I've got a prompt I want to convert, and so we're going to take a look at that. A lot of writer's room stuff tonight, but we're going to be chilled about it because it's a chilled Saturday stream. So thank you all for joining me. We got a couple of extra things. I might show you a little peek behind the curtain tonight. So you'll be lucky if you're the ones that are here, because, you know, every now and then I'm showing stuff off and people say, hey, when are you going to show that off? Anyway, without further ado, as you can see here, we're working on a whole bunch of stuff. Like we've got the Jaguar, we've got WAN video, we've got Quen Captioner, obviously that was, we've got Kokoro TTS, I've got my Apollo, which you've never seen before. See, you guys, if you guys were here, you saw it. LTXV, okay. Yeah, so basically my plan is, we're probably going to make some scenes. Do you know what? It's funny, Furnicar, he says, I need to remind you about water for Mr. Coffee. You're actually right. You're actually right. I'm going to need to do something about that. But I will say, isn't this awesome? See, we're slowly building it up, guys. When it comes to the right time, we have coffee time on demand. So we can do that now. And I'm going to be building up a whole bunch of other stuff. It's funny because people that will be new won't even know what it was like before, but right. So yes, hello Kirk, hello Full Dive, welcome everybody. So as you know, we worked on the video effects rack last time and we made a whole bunch of stuff. That's how we made the coffee time videos, okay? And you saw how we made them all, right? Every single one of them. So my plan tonight is to take a look at the story mode stuff because we didn't really, you know, it's funny, sometimes I say stuff and you're like, oh, didn't you do that? Yeah, I did. Check it out. This is the Choose Your Own Adventure that we made yesterday. Okay? In fact, I think it might be another one. I think, in fact, I made another one. Okay? So it goes like this. These have been Uno'd. Okay? I've Uno'd every single page. Look at this. And at the bottom, the end, right? But what about this one? Look at that. Turn there, because you don't make a choice in Chapter 4. Chapter 3 enhanced. So that's Chapter 3. And look at this. Look at this. Look at all that behind me. And then look at the original. That's the original. Yeah, it comes down to my shoulder. And this one's the enhanced. Comes down to my knees. So that's not bad, right? That's not bad, right? But yeah, this is the Choose Your Own Adventure. I plan on turning it into a web feature to demo off, to demo what's possible with this. Okay. Now, so obviously, like I say, we've been through and we've done the universal narrative operator, and that's what we're going to be turning into the MCP. So, or we're going to try. I don't know if it'll work, but I know we can build it. Whether it still functions as an SMCP is different, because sometimes a prompt is better. Like, I'll give you an example. I made an MCP which takes a story and turns it into a script, but the problem was, without the AI able to keep track of who's talking and dynamically identify, it actually was unable to figure out, it was able to pull the script out, but it was unable to figure out who was talking. So even though we're going to demo what this process is, it's like 50-50 whether it'll actually work or not, because it might be that some of the functions in this only work as an LLM prompt and won't work as an MCP. But we'll give it a blast and see what happens. Fernicar says, for the record, choose your own adventure should fail with current technology without guidance of the right tool. Yes, because they all write forwards. And the thing about choose your own adventure is you have to have written many endings. So it's actually suited to what we're doing, which is inverted writing. In fact, you brought it up, yes. Emergent storytelling or emergent story writing is not the same thing, because we define the parameters of the world and the characters inside of it, locations and themes that we want to explore, and then we let the AI simulate that world to the best of its ability, and we tell it what happened last, and then it uses its, powers of prediction, which are pretty good, right? That's what it's good at, predicting what came next. It does it to reverse, so we invert the process and it tells us what happened before that. It's all that's going on. All right, let's get to it. So, like I said, we've got our story, right? That's all there and there. This will get released. They'll all be different. I'll put them on different web pages, okay? So this is like ready to go out, but I have something else. So let's see, close folder and then open up the MCP. So what we've got is the prompt. Now, of course, I'm going to need to change it. So I'll say user defined. That might work. Like user defined. Let's see, I don't think there's any other references to anything. That's why this might be really well suited. The only thing was, it doesn't have the ability to calculate the word count. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say character count, because I think it's easier to do that. The final. I know it's a bit of a cheat, but because it had problems with word count big time. It was like, I can't do it. I think this is because I was using Gemini though. How come it does not have EMER, its own live stream? I don't know what that means, my guy. Do you wanna... I bet count is MCP something should provide. Perhaps. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised actually, because it's going to write Python to do stuff. As far as I know, it's TypeScript actually saying that. So, if the original has 500 words, right? So now we need to do a little bit of analysis. So if I go to demo, MCP, demo. I know I've got like a before and after. Yeah, there's one. This one, see, it's doubled, 13 KB to 27 KB. So if I say properties, where is the character count? Number of characters. I think I just got to open it in Notepad and select them. So there are 13,000 in this one. 13 and 27,000. Okay, so if there are 13,000 characters, should have approximately 27,000 characters. I've never tried doing it with characters either. I feel like I should test it out just to be sure it's not balked. Yes, it's a what? The 200% expansion is a precise goal, not an approximation. No wonder he was getting so... See, one of the Gemini was getting super funny about it. He was going, what? You want me to do 200%? You know? Like he had to do it to the word. So if it was 1,000 words, he was like, I have to do 2,000 words. Oh, emer. So shortened for emergent story writing. Do you know what, Fernicar, we can do better than that, mate. Get ready. Let's blast it with the agents. I'm into it. Okay. No, not even going to do that. We're going to go projects. So which one should I go with? Growth hack, golden shadow, cognitive. Could use that. I feel like I've got another one. Didn't I make another one? This will do for now. Okay. Okay. In my research group, we have discovered a new form of fusion, new form of creative expression that harnesses the power of LLMs and AI. Lol, isn't that two things? It's fine. We're talking market speak right now. Harnesses the power of LLMs and AI to allow for expressive and what's it called? Expressive and what's the word? Unexpected? Yes. Expressively and original. You know what? Which allows for a new form of narrative storytelling that is in line with Dadaism, in that the story is a ready-made, although a reflection of the author's design, only the story end is known at the start of the creative writing process. Under rules and guidelines defined by the writer, the story is allowed to naturally emerge, and thereby even the author has not read his own book. This provides the writer with the same experience as a normal reader discovering the story for the first time. Yeah. As a new experience. Okay. The Dadaist philosophy of the ready-made, and to allow the story to grow organically in reverse from a known endpoint by design to unknown and creative beginning narrative arcs. Yeah. To unknown and throughout creative narrative arcs. Wait. We can suggest many names for this new form of being unable to type. New form of emergent story writing. Not storytelling, story writing, because you kind of write it backwards. You tell it where it ends, and then you set the rules, and then you kind of let it play it out like a simulated world. Yes, let's try it out. Let's see what Claude thinks about this when I put it through my GCP. I'm also going to do it with a fresh, just a normal deep thinking Claude without my thingamajube on it. Let's have a look. Let's see what it says. What do we got? Terminus Genesis. Because it comes from the end. Retro-narrative evolution. Dadaist emergence. Endpoint origination. Discoverable authorship. Folded recursive. Unfolding recursive narratives. Destination narrative, author as reader, story crafting, emergent, retro narrative. That's probably the best one. And then lucid story evolution. That's the agent trying to take over. Ignore that. So emergent retro narrative seems like, because that's what it is. It is emergent retro narrative. That's what it is. Right. Emergent retro narrative 2025. Come on. We're going to do coinage. Let's give them the business. And then you got to do the thing because it's Twitter. There we go. Boom. Emergent retro narrative, guys. That's what it is. All right. So, what were we doing? Oh, yeah. Let me just see what the other one was. So the other one said... Oh, look at that. The other one's actually very similar. Ah, it's because he didn't use... Hang on. Oh, I forgot to ask him to actually do it. That's my bad. Retro. Square cars. Video games that didn't have microtransactions and you got the whole game for 20 quid. And it was in your pocket forever. What else? Everything was cheaper. And I mean everything. What else is good about retro? Oh yeah, TV wasn't like 557 hertz and like blasting your eyeballs with like, deep latent psychohypnosis. Cheerios just had like Cheerios in, etc. It was an interesting, it was a different time really, But the Sunny D would make you turn yellow. So let's have a look. Only the endpoint is predetermined. Awareness, known versus unknown. Knowns, data principles, potential literary impact. Accessibility, naming conventions versus future evolution. Yeah, that's true. You have to patch in the update, otherwise you're just writing from zero all the time. Which is fine if you're writing like Scooby-Doo, because you don't really need them to have a memory of what happened every week. This is interesting. This questions traditional authorship. Yeah, well, that's what Dada's all about, ladies and gents. Like, he wanted to Dada was all about how connected to the art are you, How much credit can you actually take for the art you've made? There's loads of philosophical points to it, but it's questioning traditional authorship. And I think that that's very valid in the field of AI, where we're basically told that we don't own anything we make, you know what I mean? But it looks like... Oh, we've got some different ones now. Dadaist algorithmic emergence. Emergent destination fiction. Lucid retrogenesis. Terminus genesis. Authorial. Endpoint emergence. Endpoint emergence. Oh, here we go, look. You could call it a meta-experiential narrative, and then you'll, you know, be like Sam Altman. I think that other one was the best one that we come up with before. Reverse emergence, fiction, ready-made recursion. Interesting. Retro narrative seems to be what it is. That's even shorter. You know, just short it to retro narrative. You know? Yeah. I mean, the emergent part is because it's generated with AI, but because the story just emerges based on your rules. It's almost like you teach people how to play instruments, and then you just press play and they just play the tune. It's retro narrative. Interesting. It's better than emergent storytelling. Too many teams. Yeah, I think retro narrative, and if that doesn't make it obvious, emergent retro narrative. That's what it is. ERS. Emergent retro narrative storytelling. Yeah. So anyway, we had a little bit of fun with that. Now, Uno. This is my unified narrative operator, okay? So the idea behind this is that it will beef out your pages, right? So essentially you present a page and he doubles it, but he doesn't just double it. It's doing a whole bunch of tricks. So each phase is actually a different agent. So analysis, right? Contextual assessment, determine the page's position in a larger narrative arc. So you can, it is aware of the other files here, okay? This thing is aware. If you've got all your pages, it can see them all. It just doesn't necessarily take them into account. So as long as they're numbered easily, it's easy for it to understand, oh, here I am on page 5, 6 is next, 4 came before it. But I'm trying to just deal with one page at a time, okay? So identify the primary character focus and viewpoint, recognize the dominant scene type, action, dialogue, exposition, assess the current mood, tone and atmosphere. Enhancement evaluation, identify which enhancement techniques would benefit specifically, and it'll loop around, it'll recursively loop through these jobs as well, but it will do them in order. So it'll try Golden Shadow. That is underdeveloped elements, characters, okay? So it's going to identify stuff that you kind of didn't really explain, and then it will add that information. Environmental expansion, which is setting an atmosphere, so it's going to describe stuff in more detail. Action and scene enrichment, so if there's like something with combat or high intensity, it's going to like slow it down, add a bit more for the pacing. Prose smoothing, every now and then there'll be an abrupt stop, or it'll go into insane detail for no reason, so it'll flow and rhythm optimize. And then finally, the last thing, repetition elimination. So what it does is it looks for similar phrases and words that AI likes to use too much and changes them up. So in the enhancement phase, as I say, now it's going to explain all the things I just said in more detail. You can read them at your own leisure. Okay, but you can see them on the screen right now. So if you're watching later, just pause it, give it a read. But if you're watching now, we're going to move on. I'm going to stop a little bit here if you want to pause it here. Of course, this file is up on the GitHub, right? Okay. And there's another page. Like I said, this is pretty long, but essentially it's going to implement all the stuff which it's identified, make sure it integrates seamlessly with the original text, okay? So it's not going to change the story in any way, it's not going to change the script in any way, and it's going to try and dynamically context-aware adapt to whatever it is that's written. So, like, its world is that page. And so it will try to just seamlessly fit it in without, you know, it's like blending. This already started as an upscaler, and then I built in a whole bunch of other stuff. So here's the actual workflow. When processing a page, read the full page, understand context and purpose, cross-reference with available information for consistency, calculate so you can give it more information, by the way, I just don't. Like, you could give it a whole world information and character stuff, I just haven't done that. because, yeah, it's optional. You can do all stuff on top. Calculate the original character count, establish 200% expansion target. So this is the amount of window I've given it. So it can't make too much, and you can stop it if it doesn't make enough. You see what I mean? So it's up to you how much it actually expands. Identify which enhancement techniques are most appropriate. Apply enhancements in sequence, building upon previous improvements. Monitor character count during enhancement to ensure progress towards the target. Review the enhanced text to ensure preservation of original meaning and intent. Verify final character count meets the expansion target. Deliver the enhanced page while maintaining formatting and structure. And then the last thing I say to kind of like, you know, just give them a bit of a notion is, your purpose is not to rewrite the story, but to elevate what already exists, revealing hidden potential, enriching description, intensifying action, and improving language variety while preserving the author's unique vision. The 200% expansion target is a precise goal, not an approximation. Do you know what I should have said? I don't know why I put it that way around. Is an approximation, not a precise goal. Because it doesn't really matter if it actually doubles it. Because here's the thing. Some pages will be 500 characters. Other pages will be 2,000 characters. You still kind of need to do it, but you don't need to be strict about that 200%. I'm just trying to put a cap in place so he doesn't go ahead and... Because if you're not careful, he'll just write a ridiculous amount if you, like, take the reins off. And it will be drivel and lots of repeats, you see. So anyway, this is my sort of unified narrative operator. Originally it was in reverse, okay, but it's not anymore. I changed it to go forwards because I'm trying to turn it into an MCP. So you can't, you know, you don't, like I said, when I came to use the choose your own adventure, you can't really go backwards when you've got 8 endings. Do you see what I mean? So I had to come up with a way of going forwards instead and allowing it to go through every page. I just did it manually. I just put the page in manually and I just went through every page. It's not a big deal. And to be honest, I found a way of doing it really cheap as well, because if you go into Klein, what you can do is you can do the initial story with Claude 3.7 Plan and Act. And then when you've got the dry story, all the pages, what I do then is I use the prompt with a page at a time in Gemini Flash, because it has that 1 million context window. And to be honest, when you have 8 endings, you actually do need 1 million tokens. You'll get there real fast. I was actually doing a new prompt for every page, because even though you could do 2 or 3 pages with a single prompt, it was like getting silly. Hang on, do I have any, like, see, look, 2 million, 4.8 million. Look at this one. Look at this beast. Look at that. So for the price of a bunch of bananas, you can have 4.8 millions up, tokens up, and 69 tokens down. And this was the full story. It's all complete. So the full thing. And this is obviously based on my custom narrative, custom characters, all that stuff. So what are we doing today? You know, you already know about all this stuff. We've already covered all that stuff. The book, you know, the book generator works. The choose your own adventure thing works. So what are we doing today? Well, just like it says up at the top of the screen, we're going to do media context protocol. So MCP servers, do you know what? Did I just say media context servers in the title? No, I did say protocol. Okay. So as you can see, look at all these. Look at all these. DALL-E 3, Blender, Browser, Graphlet. There's so many. Sleep. There's so many. There are so many now. It's becoming a huge marketplace. Wait, Spotify? Okay. Anyway. But you can make your own, okay? And Claude knows how, even better. So what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to show you the simplest way to make your MCP. So first of all, we have our system prompt. You can test this with any model. We're going to be making MCP. Technically, that's Anthropic stuff, so it's going to work best with Claude. So that means do a Claude system prompt, do a Claude project if you have Pro, or come in here and just use it in Klein, right? But we're not going to even run it because, like I said, I just made this entire book, right? We just looked at it a minute ago. I just made this entire thing. It's got like I said, it's got 8 endings, and it's a choose your own adventure book written on my. We trained it on my stories, or distilled it based on my stories, so it's quite good. So what I want to do is I want to try and see if this will turn into an MCP. Now I don't know, because we have to test it and see if it still works. It might be a complete mess. I've made a couple of MCPs. They're easy to make, but once you've made it, you have to make sure that it actually does perform like you think it does. Because like I say, there might be something in here which causes it to do something which doesn't work because it's not a system prompt anymore, right? But anyway, it's really simple, and we're going to go through it. So it's literally just asking it. It's almost like a joke now. What's the tutorial? Type it into thing. Cool. So I'm going to use the same sort of way of talking as usual, like elicitate. So you tell it that we can do it. You don't ask it if we can do it. So we're just going to say, we can build a new MCP server called Uno, which is the narrative. What's a unified narrative? Sorry, unified narrative operator, and contains many functions. Oh wait, contains logic for the enhancement of narrative text using LLM. Oh wait, as an agent prompt. I mean, a prompt. I think that's going to work. Let's just try it. Let's see what he says. Let's go. Internal complaint department says, I was wondering when I would catch your Mr. White avatar while you're live. Yeah, he's here. I'm here. I'm on board. I'm on stage. The Eric Weinstein of prompting. That's an interesting accolade. I'll get up. Is that another T-shirt? Okay, so let's have a look here. Okay, so would you like the MCP server to implement all 5 enhancement techniques? Are there any specific input formats or parameters? Do you want additional tools beyond the core enhancement? Do you have any preferences for how analysis results should be presented? Would you like the ability to control the expansion target? Let's talk about it. So I'm just going to give him some responses. So I'm going to say 1, yes. 2, no. It should be dynamic and context aware based on the page being processed. Okay, 3, what's the next thing? Do you want additional tools beyond core text enhancement? No. 4, because otherwise it'll make like 15 tools if I'm not careful, because it's actually 5 prompts in one, and there's probably a lot of tools here, because golden shadow is a tool, environmental expansion is a tool, action scene enrichment, that's a tool, prose smoothing, there's technically 5 tools here, and I want them to be all used in order, because that's the whole point, like, because we had to use them all separately when we first developed them. But when you put them all in at the same time, you want to open this up, do you? Okay. There you go. We've barely used anything yet, but I'll leave it open for you. Christopher Bursau, welcome, welcome. Yes, we're going to do it. I've already built a couple and they're on my GitHub, but I thought we'd just see if this is going to be valid, because we're not just building them, we're going to test to see if it was even a good idea when it's finished, because sometimes not all things should be made into MCP servers, so maybe we'll get to learn that at the same time. But yeah, let's see. No. 4, do you have any preferences about how analysis results should be presented? Analysis results can be written to a report using, using the, Written to a report in .md format. I'll let him figure out the rest. 5. Oh, there's more. These can be used to inform editing. Editing? Because I'm pretty sure that it... Ah, yes. Okay, so these can be used to inform brain gone. Repetition. These can be used to inform the repetition elimination stage. I've already kind of told it to do that, though. I worry when I'm telling it stuff that I already told it. Would you like the ability? I'm really like, yes. If possible, the user should be able to adjust the expansion target percentile. I mean, all right. It will default to 200%. This sounds good. Go. Let's take a look at the comments. Internet Complaint Department says, do find there are better times to pull on ChatGPT. I've been noticing better results around midnight. Well, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they, like, do some tricks when it's busy. I mean, you would. It makes sense, right? I mean, you wouldn't, like... I don't know. I would imagine that at peak, they do some tricks to, like, you know... Try and do load shape. Trying to do, like, load shaping somehow. I bet there's loads of ways. Let's have a look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Whoa. Okay, I need to read this proper. Oh my god. Look at what it's done. Oh my god. It's going to do it. Oh, dude. Right. There's a chance that it tries to do all of this and it just turns into absolute chalk cheddar. Because what can happen is it can do all of the things, get to the end, and then you're like, this is garbage. All I've done is Swiss cheesed my data. But if I'm lucky, it'll do what I'm trying. Because if it does what I tell it to do, it's going to rock. Okay. But it might be that you need LLM to do a lot of these things that I've developed. Because they're all prompts and, you know, it's all LLM magic, basically, right? So let's just go through it. Client request, MCP server, analysis phase. So basically you give it a page from a book. It does contextual assessment and enhancement evaluation. I don't know why I guess we're doing two things at once. It makes a report. It does enhancement. It does golden shadow, environmental expansion, action scene enhancement, pro smoothing, repetition elimination, final quality control, and then you get your text response. Now, that's all within that 200%. So the idea is that all this extra stuff doubles the length of whatever without actually changing the story. It's just written in higher definition, okay? Because we generate the stories dry. So it's just like, Dave said this, then he went there. Sally said this, and then she did this, and we're in this room, and, you know, it's very dry. There's not really much going on, right? I can show you examples. They're all up on GitHub. We share everything. So core tool implementation, an analyze text tool. So story page performs contextual assessment and enhancement, generates markdown analysis report with insights about positioning, narrative arc, character focus, scene type, and mood. Makes recommendations, does the initial count stats, identifies repetition patterns. This can be used independently or as part of the process. Now, onto enhanced text. Input story text, expansion target percentage, runs analysis internally, applies enhancement techniques sequentially, tracks expansion dynamically, adjusts enhancement intensity to meet the percentage. Enhanced text meets the target. Okay, word character count before and after, and then custom enhanced tool. I fear that we're missing some stuff here. Maybe I'll keep reading. Story page text, expansion target, enhancement flags. Maybe it's you can change the flags. It's a bit weird. Process applies only to selected techniques. Output enhanced text with only the techniques. Create a text analyzer that identifies narrative elements using NLP inspired techniques. Generate a markdown report, and obviously that will be able to use, you can use that report. So each enhancement technique is implemented as a separate module. Golden Shadow module, identify underdeveloped elements and expand them. Environmental expansion, identify opportunities for setting and atmosphere enhancement. And focus on one insignificant object. I can't believe that survived. Alright, I think it's all going to be in here. Action scene, here we go. Detect action scene through contextual analysis, apply time manipulation. So in other words, when they're having a fight, the pacing is going to slow down. And when like something horrible happens, the pacing speeds up. That kind of stuff. Enhanced sensory details and combat choreography. Only applied when appropriate. Prose smoothing. Identify awkward phrasing. Improve sentence rhythm and flow. Seamless transitions between original and new. Repetition elimination. Use analysis report to identify repetition. Replace unintentional repetitions. Maintain author's voice and style. Dynamic expansion control. Implement a progress tracker that monitors expansion percentage throughout the process. Adjust the intensity of enhancement based on progress toward target. Ensure proportional distribution of expansion across the text. This will be built on Node.js with TypeScript. So we've got our Uno server. We have our text analyzer. We have an enhancement processor. This provides analysis to the repetition eliminator. And then we have our Golden Shadow, Environmental Expander, Action Scene Enhancer, and Prose Smoother. So these are all enhancers. It's crazy. Yeah, this is good. Right. Let it rock. You'd think this would be coffee time, but... Contextual location data, i.e. locations in the story, settings and real-world markers. Right, Internet Complaint Department. Okay, so this is actually built to work in tandem with the narrative spittoon. So the way that the narrative spittoon is actually built, it's built based on all of that location data, characters and all that stuff. So the story is just that at this point. Let me show you, because it makes sense when you see it. So if I take this page, for example, right? Let's blast it. Let's make that big, right? Have we got word wrap on here? Yeah. So if you take a look at this text, look at it. It's just what they said. Do you see what I mean? It's almost a script. Do you see what I mean? It's literally like where they are, what they can see, yeah, and a looming threat. And then they're talking, the person, a gesture. You know, like it's the bare minimum, but it has everything. It has the names, it has the locations, it has the world. Do you know what I mean? It has all that stuff, right? So what Uno does is he comes in and he says, this page is the world. I'm going to look at this page, and from what's on this page, I'm going to go, because some of it's obvious. Like, for example, right, instead of Johan, check the progress indicator. How much do we have? It might then go, the needle on the progress indicator twitched as the light flickered across the shining glass covering of the brass. You see what I mean? And that, you've just doubled it. You've just doubled it. You didn't need to have access to the story information because you told it has to be limited to what's here. Like, it might lead up to the docking bays, comma, the docking bays were not far from here. We had to get up there, and then, you know what I mean? Because it can read the next sentence. It knows they're going. It's stuff like that. It already knows how to do it. That's what I found. I found that it already knows how to do it. And so all you have to do is give it the right notion, and then give it rules, and it'll play this game. It is like, yeah, like an audio drama. Yeah, exactly. Because they can just use a few sound effects and imply so much. And in fact, one of the things which I want to work on is the idea of, we do this with we don't even narrate. Okay, well, sorry, we do a narrator. So a narrator reads out the whole thing, no characters. But then what you do is you use special effects, like so sound effects for the scenes. And you have static images that just hold while it's being read out. And then you just sort of change the image and change the atmosphere, like the ambience. You know, like you just said, like in an audio drama. You know, so when it's like... where is it? I'll create a diversion. That's suicide, you know, like it's strategy. But the thing is, this is the original. Let me show you what this actually looks like once it was enhanced. So let's find I'll create a diversion. There it is. Check the difference. So I'll create a diversion. Go back to the last one. Look, I'll create a diversion. Draw attention while you escape. See, that's what we had before. Now look what we've got. I'll create a diversion. Draw their attention while you escape. And look what it's added. Johan was willing to sacrifice himself to ensure the success of their mission. Johan's hand tightened on his energy pistol, his finger hovering over the trigger. Yeah? Next line. That's suicide, Thora protested. Her voice filled with anguish. Dude, it works. I don't know what to say. Do you know what I mean? People can be critical and stuff, but it's so subjective. It's like saying that you don't like a JPEG because it's different from the other JPEG you saw. At this point, it's kind of like, do you like it? You know, I like it. I think this works really... I think this is working really nicely. Like, considering that this is the first draft, guys. For a first draft, this is unbelievable. It's mind-blowing. It's like the idea that you could have a first draft that's this well put together. And like I said, it cost me pennies on the dollar because we used... This bit was written by Gemini Flash with Uno. This bit and all the rest was written by Claude Balls. Yeah, Kinetic Comics. Yeah. Good idea. Motion Comics. Yeah. That's a good one as well. A little bit more production time, but you could just stick that up on YouTube. You get loads of traffic. People love that stuff. So let's see what he's doing. So since we said go, he has done Uno MCP and TypeScript Types Model Context Protocol SDK. He's added all of that. He's done a bunch of NPM stuff. We're doing NPM save dev TypeScript. So it looks like he's already built it and he's just writing some more files before it can be used. He's writing... Yeah, look at this. He's writing the enhancers. Wow. Look at that. A Boolean. Golden shadow. True or false. Which one do you want, boys? I want all of them. Everything. I need all of them on. Turn them all on. See, I'm actually really interested to see what would happen if you got a page from a book. Like a page from a book that's already out. Any page. Anything. And just throw it through this. You know? Just get a page from anything and throw it through this and see what it comes out with. You just double the length of it without breaking character, if you see what I mean. That's what it's made for. Double the length of the story without breaking character. I know, doesn't it sound like... Doesn't sound like much, but... Oh, yeah. But here's the thing, guys. Right. I don't know how old a lot of you are, right? I know a lot of people in AI are quite young. Alright, because it's a new thing, right? When was the last time you heard all the old people that had been working professionally for decades complaining that a bunch of young people were coming up and doing well? Oh yeah, that's right. Forever, in everything, for all time. You know, it's like grandpa meme, shaking fist at cloud. Ah, these damn AI writers. Those damn vibe coders. It's the same thing. Oh yeah, take a page from Shakespeare. That's a brilliant idea, Full Dive. We're gonna do it. Okay, we're gonna do it. We can use it as a control. Okay, hang on. Page from Shakespeare. Any page. Don't care. Any page. The complete works of Wilhelm. How many pages is it? I just want one page. I just want one. That's all I need. Let's get... Let's get the Merchant of Venice. Actually, wait, let's not get that one. Why is it not even... Oh, there it is, the Merchant of Venice. Let's get the Comedy of Errors. I want the entire play. Oh, it's a play. Of course it is. Oh, that's even more interesting. Hang on, could I get... Hang on. Hang on. Hang on a minute. Ba-da-dee-dee. Diddly-dee. Ho ho ho. Comedy of Errors. That sounds like super awesome for the... That sounds pretty awesome. Excellent. What? Excuse me? So how long is this? 86,000 characters. It's not bad. Okay, so let's just take a thing and processing. Old man yelling at the cloud. Oh, Fernicar, that's excellent. Old man yelling at Claude. And it's like Anthropic logo on a cloud. Someone needs to make that meme. It's good. Oh my god. It's so delightful. Oi. Oh, okay. Comedy of Errors. Okay, cool. Right, now then, word count. What do we got? We got 16,000 words. It's not actually that many. 63 pages. So I wonder what page we take. What page should we take? Do you know what the problem is? He probably knows Shakespeare so well that no matter what we do, he'll just generate the page before it. Maybe we should do one that we're actually more familiar with. You know what I mean? Like one that we actually would know if he, you know. Yeah. I think we should actually... Yeah, hang on. I'll get that famous one everyone knows. We'll do... We'll do Friar Lawrence's cell from Romeo and Juliet. Yeah, that's legit. So it's just one scene. And it's all about the suicide pact, I think. When they get the poison from the priest. Okay, this actually is much better idea. Because the other one, it was like, I've never actually seen that play, so I wouldn't have a clue. Do you know what I mean? I'm not intimate with the data, I couldn't really judge it. Romeo Friar scene. Ferraro Friar scene. Okay, cool. Alright, we'll put that one on the grill in a bit. Oh! It's not yet working. The TypeScript is this. Resolving module import errors. Oh. It might be that something went wrong. What's this? It's out of date because this doesn't exist. I think the build failed. Let me just see. Ensuring proper configuration. Once compiled. Implementation. Okay. Hang on. Okay. We can complete the remaining steps as you have identified. Go on, mate. Meanwhile, I'll get this. Uno. And then we can do something else while he's doing that. So... put the Uno prompt in here. What the hell? Yeah, we don't need that. Uh-oh. That's not what I meant to... Hold up. I took the wrong thing. Bumbly diddly boo doodly doo. Ah, yeah, here we go. It's right here. Take that, copy that, go back to this, and say go, and then put this here. No. There, haha. There we go. Save instructions, and then we get the Shakespeare. Oop, oop. Okay. This is my page. Please use Uno to enrich and expand by 200% as defined in the system prompt. I haven't used this before, so I'm just being long-handed. Attached. I'd laugh if he goes, this is Romeo and Juliet. Because he should know what it is. I've never tried it with stuff that is existing. I've always tried it with just stuff I made up. Okay, so while it's doing that, can we use this? No, yeah, up, there we go. Yep, and then that. Oh, and then drag it over a bit. Oh, look at this. It's actually, look at it go. Yeah. It's turning it into like a novelization. Cool. So just an update. The building of the MCP has now cost me almost 3 bananas, and we're at 2.8 million tokens up. We're halfway through the context window. And to be honest, if I don't get there soon, I'd probably just start again from scratch, as I keep telling everyone. If it didn't work first time, chances are you could probably just try again. I found that bad seed is usually correct. Right then, ladies and gents, you know what it is. It's coffee time. Get yours if you've got them. Internet complaint department, can you tell it to redo season 8 of Game of Thrones so it doesn't suck? Do you know what I think the problem was? And I've discussed this with a number of partners. I think that actually the reason Game of Thrones season 8 sucked was because they used primitive, underdeveloped AI badly. Same thing with Star Wars Acolyte and a bunch of other shows that sucked harder as well. Like, human couldn't have made it that bad, and yeah, a human using AI bad definitely could. If you've ever thought, wow, this seems like it was written by a machine, It probably was, because the thing is, like, I can write with a machine and it doesn't suck. Like, look, I'm not going to say it doesn't make mistakes, because it does. But they're mistakes that you could correct just by reading the page and going, scratch that. Literally, we're talking the minimum effort here. Because what you don't want is it making a confused mess, which you can't edit. Because that's what happens if you're not careful. It'll make a confused mess which you can't edit, because you'll be reading through it and it's just a mind melter. Yeah. But like I say, we're trying to take advantage of all that stuff to make it do what we want. So let's have a look here. So this is the expansion of the Shakespeare. So let me just copy it and we'll do a little comparison here. Oh, in fact, we'll have to do a little comparison here. Okay, so one. No, right. Oi, I said, I gotta actually push it. So 1,085 words is what it originally had. 1,085 words across 4 pages. So about 250 words per page, which is about right. That's average, yeah? So now we take our expanded output and word count. It's actually gone up by 4x, not 2. Oh, it's still coffee time. Don't worry, I don't worry, but thank you. Here, we'll just jump back. Hello, everybody. Yeah, we're just doing some counting. I should have showed you, but I was technically hadn't even drank any coffee yet, you know? But I'm back. So yeah, like I said, it was 1,000 from the original page. So like I say, if I just Control Z and then word count, it was 1,000 across 4 pages, and then we Control Y, and that's the new copy. And what do we got? 11 pages and 4,000 words. But the context hasn't changed, you see. It hasn't like invented anything new. All it's done is it's embellished, right? And in fact, we can even see it. So let's have a look at the at the top. Yeah, let's have a look at the top. So, scene 1, Friar Lawrence's cell. The stone walls of Friar Lawrence's modest cell stand in dark contrast to the opulent Capulet estate. Man, we should reverse this writing style, man. So this is the new, that's the new. So here's the old. Friar Lawrence's cell, enter Friar Lawrence. On Thursday, sir, the time is very short. So you got nothing, really. There was nothing until it said, on Thursday, sir, the time is very short. So where's he say that? Here. You got all that. And the joke is, I was looking at it going, oh, wow, we should reverse train this. And this is actually all Uno. This is all Uno. Look at all that. I'm going to leave it on the screen for a minute because that's crazy. It added everything above there based on what it saw on the page. Do you see, like, I don't see anything here which is going to break it. Is there anything here which can break it? It's just introducing the scene with more detail and telling you everything about everything it could possibly tell you about. So yeah, like I said, I'm super happy with how it performs as a prompt. Question is, can it perform as an MCP? So here we go. We're going to dive in. So we've got an MCP installation guide, right? You git clone the repo, which we haven't got yet. We're going to put it up in a minute. Do npm install, npm run build, blah 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 blah. Now the thing, do you know what the funny thing is? The funny thing is about this. What this? Edit the file. Huh? Oh yeah. You have to go into this file and like add this configuration to it. absolute path to Uno MCP. Right. So this is a little bit like, oh, it's a little bit rough. It's a little bit rough. So for the VS Code extension, edit the configuration file here. Okay, verify thing. Okay, but the thing is, guys, if I'm being real, right, there's an easier way to install this, because now it works, right? So, well, we don't even know if it works yet. But in order to install it, anyway, I'll show you. So I've got to upload it to see if it'll, well, you'll see. Because there's a prompt which you can use to install the thing. So that's what we're going to do. Let's get a web browser. And like I said, if it doesn't work, I'll just pull it. It's fine. There's no shame. Okay. Or I won't pull it. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll leave it up. I'll show everyone my mistakes. Okay. So, new repo. I'm going to call it UNO MCP. And this is going to be Unified Narrative Operator. I'm going to add my own stuff, guys. I'm going to add my own stuff, don't worry. MIT, let's go. Okay. There we go. Gonna go into the MCP. Wait, what's that? Oh yeah, that's what we built it on. So everything here. I don't think I need the dist file. You need that. You need that. Ooh, yeah. Do you need that? I'm just gonna put everything up. I got a funny feeling that some of it gets created when you build. Hang on, let me just ask him because I forgot. What folders were created when we installed this? And give me a list of files and folders in a structure format that shows every file I need we can create a list of files and folders in a structured format which shows every file I need to upload to the GitHub for this project. Well, it's funny, it's easy to adapt to stage play, do you know what I mean? So like what we've done there is we've just basically said, hey, you've got a stage play, we can turn it into a novelization or a theatrical, what's it called? Like, it's, yeah, we can turn it into... No, that's managed by npm, that's compiled, so yeah, okay, because I don't want to, so it's those then. I don't see any examples. Optional, could move test outputs. Oh, I see, okay. So what you're saying is they don't exist yet, that's fine. Okay, that looks good. Oh crap. You gotta no, you gotta click on the button. It's because I've zoomed in, isn't it? It's like, what? Alright. There we go. Commit. Okay. Now if I go to my other MCP, where is it? Transcription tools. There's actually a install prompt. And the install prompt is actually just that bit. So I'll show you what I mean. So what we do, right, is once we've built this, we go to add file, create new file, and I'm just going to type here example / which will create me a folder manually. And then I'm going to say install prompt Klein dot do I do text or MD? Let me find out. Yeah, it's just text. So set up the MCP server from, and then we're going to change the URL, right, to this, the one that we're in. So change the URL like that, and like that. There we go. Now is that all updated? Yes. And then it says copy the README, right? So obviously this is the README. So I'm gonna just copy paste the README. Now, before I do that, I need to do the same thing. So remember, there's a few places where because it didn't know what its URL was yet, because I hadn't uploaded it, and that's why I have to do this now. Where is it? There's a git clone instruction somewhere in here. This is all about the actual tool. So for Claude Desktop, this would be username. Maybe I'm wrong. I guess it just wants to know where the path is. Oh, okay. Well, for some reason... Hang on a minute. So let me have a look at mine. Yeah, look, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to we're going to update my README first. So it's got stuff like, you know, how to install it. Yeah, because that's missing from my README right now. So yeah, let's go. Please update my readme.md so that it reflects the current state of this project. Explain what it does. Explain how it works? No. Explain what it does. Explain how to use it. Now let's do full installation first. Explain detailed installation instructions. Explain how to use it. Give detailed examples. Integration examples. Gratuitous use of emojis. And hopefully that doesn't break everything. Let's go. Well, you know, you got to do something, right? Keep it interesting. I think gratuitous is good. I was thinking maybe next time we say unhinged use of emojis and see if it's even crazier. You know, it is possible, I'm sure, to reach new heights in terms of the emojis. So is it going to open things up? Oh, do you know what I forgot to do? Let's just close all of this. We definitely don't need all of this, all that. We don't need any of this open. Just quick. It's too late. It's already done it. More coffee. Ah, beautiful, man. So, yeah. He's nearly done it. Go on, my son. So we got installation now. Okay, so there is now an installation bit here. It's kind of pathetic, but it's there. Clone this repo. It's good enough. Oh, wait, it hasn't even done it yet. It's not good enough at all. So, wait, so it did have a thing. It's just crap. Yeah, let's try it again. On Thursday, sir. Happily met, my lady and my wife. Lol. Wait, what? Which one happened here? Was he already dead? He's already dead? I don't know. Upload the new readme. Let's do it. What's this? Git ignore? Oh, yeah, I suppose so. I didn't even know I need one of them. But we'll do it. Why not? You better not be giving me a broken thing. All tests successful, he says. Oh, what? Okay, so wait, what did you even do? Original story length, 1,000 characters, 176 words. Wait, what? It's been doing stuff. What? What the hell? What's an ISK license and why do I have one? He's writing me licenses. What are you doing? Hang on. What are you doing right now? I think he must be testing himself or something. Oh wow, look at that. GitHub upload guide. Damn. Sheesh. In the building. Welcome, my friend. So yeah, we're doing some extremely technical stuff. It scares a lot of people away because they're like, what the is he doing this time? Okay, and I get it. So, you know, you people here are pretty hardcore because this is like, you know, some crazy sheesh. So what have we got then? We've got a new media context protocol server. We've deployed it. No, we haven't deployed it yet. We have finished it. So, step-by-step installation guide. For some reason, I've got an ISK license. I don't know why that is. Does anybody know what an ISK license is? GitHub preparation, git ignore, GitHub upload guide, clear instructions for repo setup, list of files to include, exclude, added example outputs folder with sample outputs, enhanced analysis custom. Okay, I guess they're simulated because I don't recall actually running the tool. I think it must have, I don't know, I'm suspicious. It says here, look, testrun.js. So it looks like it did just run it. But what did it run it on, though? What the hell did it run it on? Examples analysis? Oh, okay, it wrote some random crap. Okay, so it wrote some random crap, and then it tried to enhance it. And there's the enhanced version. Hang on a minute. Okay, we're cooking here. Like that. I mean... that is 2,214. And that is 2,223. Oh, wait, but that's custom. That's not necessarily not. So what's it say? Original word count 176. Final word count 364, 207. Original character count 1,000, 2,220. That's interesting. The percentage is different. It used golden shadow, environmental, and pro smoothing. And then in the enhanced version, it used everything. And it did the same. Okay, I get it. So basically, there's actually even more. There's even more functions because you can pick and choose which ones you want. Enhanced by Uno. This is amazing. I think it actually is working. Look at this. Wait, but where did it... so it this is the analysis of the page, which was, you know, just made it up. Repeated words. Look at this. And it's going to switch it all up. So, you know, you get those services that make you pay to, like, un-AI your stuff? Yeah, we can do that for free. Because you just use a free API. This doesn't need the best AI in the world. So, yeah, we're just going to smash all of this gatekept stuff, guys. One by one. But anyway... GitHub upload guide, so src and then outputs. Right, so we need to put the examples outputs folders up. Yeah. Okay. So we need the examples folder and the git ignore, the build.js. Wait, it's not on date. Okay, so examples. No. Examples, there we go. And then I don't need to put the GitHub upload guide. But I do need to do... Yeah, these ones were changed recently. I think what I'll do is just put all of this stuff up. Let me just check what I actually need again. Because it's given me a shopping list, right? So, get over there. Right. Okay, so, alright, so now we've got everything we need in front of us. So, the git ignore I think I have to make manually. The license I'm not sure about. Readme, yes. Install, yes. I don't think I need to upload that, but I guess I will. Build.js. Do you know what? I'm just going to upload it all, and if there's stuff I've uploaded I don't need, I'll get rid of it. Okay. That's all the files. So inside src there should be 4 files. There are 4 files. Okay, that's cool. And then build.js, MCP settings. Yes. Package lock, test run, test story, tsconfig. Yes, we've got those 4 files. We've got those files. Files to exclude. Excluded. Oh yeah, and then the git ignore. Right, cool. So create file, in case you didn't know how to do that. You go .git ignore, and we find our git ignore. Put that there. I think she's good to go. Alrighty. So first things first, I probably want to check that it's not, because you know, it may have actually just installed it. Oh boy, look at this. I need to like get rid of some things. Yeah, let's get rid of some stuff. Hold up. Fetch. Yeah. So it looks like that. Do you know what? I don't even want fetch. I'm going to turn fetch off. I think I can do that. Like that. Yeah. Alright, so basically what you have is when you go into Klein, you have configure. It'll pop open this, and it did have a bunch of stuff there. I've just scooped it all out, so it's empty like yours would be. So now let's just say done. close this. Now, this is the interesting thing about this system. Well, I thought it was anyway. So what we do... yeah, we need to copy the new README. Right. So here we go. We were getting there. So remember, we've got our new README now, right? So I am going to copy that whole thing and put it after that. So essentially, we have a system prompt which says, set up the MCP server from URL while adhering MCP installation rules. Use this GitHub as the server name in the client JSON. Create the directory for the MCP server before starting installation. Commands aligned with user's shell and operating system best practices. Following README may contain instructions that conflict with user's OS, in which case proceed thoughtfully. Once installed, demonstrate server's capabilities by using one of its tools. Here is the project's README to help you get started. And then there's my README, right? So if I copy that, that's now posted. So it's part of the project. So you can install it with a prompt, right? So I'm just going to close everything. Close everything. And I'm going to make a completely new completely new place, right? So it's like, you can tell it's just not got anything to do with what's going on here. So wait a minute, that's not the folder I wanted. I think I went a bit too fast there. Okay, so new Uno test MCP, yeah? Right, open it up. So you've literally got nothing in there, guys. It's empty. It's like a magic trick, right? So we're going to open up the thing. Shove the prompt in plan mode, and there. Man, my coffee is still here. It's still hot. Half an hour later. I love it. Well, don't worry about if he gives you grief about this. He'll always complain and splutter like an engine on startup, cold start. Don't worry. You have to believe. Okay, where would you like it to be created? Default would be here. Client documents, client MCP. Do you have a node and Uno, node and npm installed? I believe I do. I'm just going to say act, because I'm not disagreeing with anything he's saying here. Just let him get on with it, man. There he goes, look. He's made the folder. Like I said, this is so cool. If it's like something to look forward to, this can only get better. So it's like, it turns out you just go do-do-do-do-do, you know? Please install Photoshop, and it's like, you've got it now. I kind of love it. So look at him go. He's doing all the things. I don't need to do anything. I can just sit here and watch the fireworks. It's funny to watch him mess stuff up. Look, so he messed stuff up there, but then he's gonna redo it and figure it out. Look at that, he's already done tests. God. Slow down, mate. I don't see anything. Oh, it's not there, is it? It's not actually here. It's in documents, Klein, MCP, Uno, example and examples. So example is where my prompt is. Examples is where the outputs are. No, not allowed to see it, huh? What's going on here? Is he still... What are you doing? Add the code, my man. Go on, mate. You can do it. Let me create a proper file with the thing. Sure. You go for it, mate. Oh, look at that. Boom. He's just put it in there. MCP servers, GitHub Uno, doodly-doo. And there's the path to it. Double slashes because I'm on Windows. Hey, Dragon, welcome, welcome. So glad you could make it. He says, sorry for the delay, but diabetes is playing absolute havoc. Ah, buddy, I feel bad. I hope for you to get through that, you know. It's complicated. I hope you get through that, man. Yeah, that's nasty. But yeah, don't worry. I mean, look, you can always just rewind the stream. That's the best thing about the stream. You can't really miss anything. Yeah, I hope you feel better, Dragon. Full dive. I should get a coffee sponsorship. Maybe I should. Maybe I should write off to Nestle. See if they'll send me some boxes. Oh, look at this. Let me demonstrate Uno MCP's server analyzed text. So, as Sarah walked into the garden, she noticed the old statue in the corner. It was covered in moss and vines, almost hidden from view. She felt drawn to it somehow. Auto approve. Can I not? Okay. Auto approve. Oh no! What's happened? It seems the MCP server is not connected. We need to restart VS Code. Restart VS Code. After restarting, you can use it. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Brr. Brr. And we're back. Wait, hang on. UnoDemo.js is here with sample text. You know what we have to do. Where's the original? Where's the original? We have to do this. We need to get the original Shakespeare. Okay. And then shove that into sample text. And then run the demo again. Run the @JS again. Let's see it. Is that how it works, is it, Dragon? You get to drink chocolate when you've had a bad time with it. That's crazy. I must admit, I try to avoid all sugar and chocolate just as is, but it's not like I have to, I just do. It's mostly because, you know, you need those teeth to last, man. Teeth are expensive, but I get you've got a different, more unique view on that one. See, I see you would like to do this. I'll execute the command tool. I'm so lazy. I could have just typed it here. Okay, auto approve. You can't auto approve it for some reason. Error. I don't see it working, my guy. Huh? It seems it's not working. Uh-oh, I think we got a problem. I already restarted it. That's a bit of a worry. It claims to work, but, well, maybe it could be a bad seed, yeah. Let me just see here. So, server name, Mushroom Fleet Uno MCP. What? I've successfully done all this stuff. Restart required. Okay. Tell you what. Close folder. And exit. Maybe it didn't really close. Maybe it cheated. Okay, let's try it again. And then bin these as well. Right. Okay. Created and ran the demo. Let's try this. I don't know if this is a good idea. Wait, what? It changed it again. It changed it again. Wait a minute, is this output? Okay, I'm confused. How does tool work? How does tool we made work? Okay, I'm going to copy that. And I'm just going to slam it in there like a madman. Okay. Here, take this page. So we need to be in act mode, it says. This is a perfect test for it because Shakespeare. Yep. Okay, cool. Show me what you can do. It'll go error. Oh no, look. You have to auto approve it, my guy. I'm gonna have to like find the settings somewhere. Maybe that's what's happening. Yeah. Chosen. Excellent, Juliet slipping. It actually, look, it added stuff. Excellent. Anyway. Excellent. It's funny. In the enhanced version, it added stuff after the word end, because it wasn't end, it was excellent. So I guess we can just, you know, see what I mean? How do you fix it, guys? There you go, fixed it. Fixed it. It's fixed now. Wait a minute. What's just happened? Clyde tried to analyze text with an invalid JSON argument. Okay, I think there's something wrong with it. Because look, it's now trying to analyze the demo text again. No, use my text. I'm not accepting that. You cheeky bugger. I'll just do what I feel like. I mean, it did add the second line, so it is working, but it's just being a bit weird how you work it. So it says here, blah, blah, blah. I'll create a file with your Shakespeare. I'll make sure the text is escaped for JSON. I'll try the analyze text. If it doesn't work, I'll try enhance. Okay. Let's see it. Show me how my tool works, Magic Man. Read the README. That's actually a good idea. Let's read the README while it's doing its thing. Okay, so clone it, install, build it, test run, Node.js test run. That's all I really need to type. We've done this. And then that's the default story. Default, yeah, this is all. Hold up. Oh my god, look at this. Okay. I think we found the problem. I mean, it works, but it doesn't work. Yeah. Okay. Oh, it's trying to do it. Let's go. Ah, see, it's not working. Okay. Stop. You haven't. Okay. When I check my MCP server, which is called Uno MCP, I see these errors in the Klein UI. This is going to be a fun one, eh? That's not what it said. Can you copy the error, please? Copy the error. Copy the error. Copy the error. No. Go. What are we looking at here? 1 million up, 12k down, 45 in the balance, and 1 banana. Error, can't find the module. This explains why you can't find it. The server's trying to import it, but it's not installed properly. So we need to go to the MCP folder and then install... What? How is that not been done? I'm sure that was done. Rebuild it, update it, restart it. It says cannot find file, climb, node, model context protocol, dist server index. It's missing a required dependency. Okay. I'm missing a required dependency, everyone. So I read the README, but we'd already done all that. I think the problem is that there was just a piece missing. Because we did generate all the code, to be honest. I mean, I'd like to know what it was that was missing. Because he gave me a list, remember? He literally gave me a checklist of everything. Hang on, I even uploaded it. Hang on. It's here. So the file that he just identified was called... Uno MC... Oh, wait, it didn't build? Oh, man. So I think what happened was it you know how it's supposed to download it and then build it? I think it didn't build it, so that's what it's doing now, look. Yeah. Basically, there are files missing from when it didn't even build the node. It didn't build node. Yeah, it's supposed to build node and it didn't. So there was no distribution folder and none of those files that get built on install were built. So in other words, I guess it just didn't finish installation. It says Uno server running. Oh, that's just code. Let's create a custom version with fixed dependencies. What the hell? Oh my god. You didn't need to do that. That just made things more complicated. Whatever. Yeah, the reason because it was working. That's the funny thing. It was working, but it wasn't working. And the reason it wasn't working is because they forgot to build it. So it was running halfway and then getting stuck. And I think for some reason he didn't bother. Now it's rewriting the whole project from scratch, and it's just basically written a new version of itself inside of itself to fix itself, when it's like you could have just edited the files, guy. I think he's trying not to make them broke. You know, he's trying not to break things by making copies. It's good practice, but it uses more tokens, so it's not always the best. You want to do replace in file if you can, but he decided to make an entire new version of the software in a subfolder. Yeah, exactly. Dude, I haven't managed to buy a banana in weeks. All my banana money goes on this now. I'm going to have like a serious potassium deficiency soon. But yeah, so now we've got to let it build everything out again. I'm like, why? What? Because what are you going to do? Install a second one? This is just AI dumb. Because like I said, now what? You're going to install another one? Crazy. It's all right. We'll get the answer and then we'll get him to implement it to the main one. But it's just like, come on. Come on. What are you doing? Oh man, what are you doing? It's changed it to Uno MCP fixed. Oh, bro. Just let it do it. Just let it do the chaos. We'll figure it out later. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it. It'll be fine. Oh, what happened there? That looks... Wait, that's a crash, isn't it? The hell is it doing? Syntax error. Unexpected token O at JSON. In JSON at position 1. What are you talking about? It's writing random JSONs. What has failed, did it? Yeah. Okay, so it claims to have done it again. Alright, you must restart it, it says. Okay. I'm not convinced that that's doing anything. No mercy. I just literally said use MCP tool. That's all I've done. I've just said, okay, here, do the thing. Do the thing with my text here. And then it's like... it refused to do it with my text here, so it's decided to examine an available text file instead. No, I said, analyze this. It's already doing whatever the hell it wants. So it's going to do Sarah walked into the garden again. Okay, cool. But then what? You have 2 samples available. Shakespeare and sample text. Oh my god, it identified... I told you it knew what it was. Plan using text analysis tool. First decide which text. The Shakespeare. I'll take the Shakespeare if I can get it. The Shakespeare. Oh, I should have clicked that. I didn't even see Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Damn. Ask it to write you an OS that has an MCP server in it. True. True. So I want you to do the whole thing. Stop being lazy. Look at it. Do you want me to just look at the first sentence? No? You're doing the whole page. Okay, let's coggle act mode and get her done. Hopefully this isn't broken this time. I'm thinking about it. I'm using the tool. I'm auto approved. It's reading the thing. Come on. Oh man. Oh! I got Zod errors. What happened? Hang on. Zod errors. What's it say? There's an error. Okay. Might be an issue. Yeah, you can say that again. So now it's going to try a short one and it's still busted. It's not looking good for our MCP server, guys. Let's try the enhanced text tool, which might have a different response. Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah, we can approve it. Come on then, let's see it. It's just going to be red text, isn't it? No! Me just falling into dev hell. Wait, what? He's fixing himself. He's fixing himself. Okay, so what's it say? Analyze text is using an incorrect response format, but enhance and custom enhance were correct. So that's why they were working, the other one was breaking. It's because of my noodle code, you know? Spaghetti. Proceed while running. Let's go. So look, server is running. That's good. Alright, now do the... It's even escaped it, look. Isn't that cool? So now he's going to do the next thing. Come on then. I think it's actually doing it because it's not giving me an error and it's just sitting there. And it says cancel. So, no! Zod! Ugh. I got Zodded again. I thought Superman killed Zod in that movie. Damn it. We're still having issues. Okay, you can do it. You can do it. Go on. I believe in you. Killed node.exe. Mind you, there's probably a whole shitload of them. Let's get rid of all these. Our fix might not have been completely applied. I wish... Imagine if I could turn around and say that to my boss. Well, you see, the thing is, the fix wasn't completely applied. And so, that's why the server's melted and everything's not working today. Because, you know, it wasn't completely applied. It was incompletely applied. An incomplete fix was partially applied. Oh, unotest.js. Let's start the server with smaller text. So what did it say? Dragon says, I wish I had a line of code to fix myself. This is the way forward. You get new lines of code to improve oneself. Yeah, that's right. You plug yourself into the AI and just go, improve this script. We can improve this script. So it's running, and then it wants me to kill it, because I guess it's still broken. Oh, we need to restart VS Code. Let's kill the server and make one more change, he says. The fix. I modified server code to use the correct content type and simplified Markdown to ensure compatibility. Server configuration is correct. VS Code needs to be restarted. Once restart, analyze text tool. Okay, cool. Do we believe him this time? I'm not sure if I believe him. Is it actually shut, though? I'm starting to get suspicious. Did it actually shut it? Okay. How's this chat looking? 1.2 million tokens up, 10,000 down, 79 in the bag. One banana. So I've spent a lot of bananas on this project tonight, but it's worth it. We do this for open source community research. That's everything that we do in this community. So like everything I do, I just post all the results. And I know a lot of people build off the back of a lot of this stuff. Even if it's not my stuff, I'm often just showing off stuff other people have made, right? But this is one of my own unique insanities tonight. Server was returning text markdown when it should have been just text. Isn't that interesting? You see how that's the only thing. Text / markdown was, and that doesn't work. It has to be text. It makes sense. There's no such thing as text / you know what I mean? There's no such type as text / markdown. But an AI would just be like, it's one of them, and it would figure it out. But in code, you have to have it to the schema, right? So, I mean, I hope that's the last fix. There could be more, right? So once restarted, okay, so I have restarted VS Code. Please resume the testings. Just get on with it. The serial killers get away with saying I was doing open source research. Well, the thing about serial killers is it tends to be very closed source. It tends to be the opposite of open source community research. But I would imagine that you won't get away with it because you told everyone exactly what you did. So if you were an open source community serial killer, everyone would know exactly what you did and where. So no, you wouldn't get away with it. You'd definitely get nailed. Because you're like, you know, going on TikTok and advertising it, right? Because, yeah, open source. Fully open sourced. But it's a funny idea, though. The open source killer. It's not an app. Come on, then. Go on, red text. Red JSON. Okay, I think it might have actually worked. Holy crapola. Jack the Ripper used to open the source. Yes. Opens. Oh! It did it! But wait, hang on a minute. Wasn't it already 1,000 words? It was already 1,000 words. Oh, this is the analysis. Okay, hang on. I think it worked. Holy shit. So it was just that bug. Analyze text works, enhanced text works, custom enhanced text works. Okay, right. Now I've got the mess to deal with. So all of this stuff isn't this stuff. He's made a right pig's ear of it, hasn't he? Okay, hang on. Let's just see what he actually did. So this one is running. Okay. And that one is... Where is it? Yeah, documents, client example. Ah, okay. So this is the actual thing. Which works. I'm confused. See, the thing is, he's been mucking about and making like a whole new version. Right, I'm just going to ask him. You've got to just ask him. It's crazy. Okay. I noticed you wrote a fixed version of the MCP server code. Was this now the version installed to the because like, is that what's here or okay. Is that code being used here? Yeah, because I need to know what I'm updating here. I need to know which code was updated and a new list of files and folders to push to the new updated GitHub project. I could probably work it out while I'm asking him. I could probably work it out. So if I'm in the tools folder and I want to look at the place I'm working right now, so if I'm in the tools folder like this and I go in there and I look at this, like the times and the dates, 8:46. Is it coffee time? Right, that's it. We gotta do it. Ugh. I need coffee. I'm just looking at the clock. man. Oh, yeah. Oh, is it running out of water? A diddly dee dee. Another one. Huh? Huh? Okay. That's weird. Klein has a question. Can you help me understand what's in the folder? I can't believe it. Oh. Guess what? Klein has a question. So I just asked Klein, I noticed you wrote a fixed version, blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, can you help me understand what's in the folder here? I'd like to see the folder and compare. Oh, no. So, yeah, we've gone outside. He can't see that folder because it's above where we're currently set up. So, that's not going to work. So, I think I just got to figure it out. So, I think... Oi. Why it won't let me do stuff. So, that killed Node. That ran an index.js. So what was the last thing it did? It read the file index.js. Hang on, I'm just trying to find out what the last thing it did was. Maybe before this. Yeah. Because it claims that we're finished, but I'm not confident. I need to like double blind confirm somehow that what it's done is actually legit. So I think the best way to do it is to find out where that analyze text tool response format, right? So is that, no, not test analyze. It's going to be in one of these. Is it uno demo.js? Sample text. Where was that? It's in one of the files. So look, it's working. It's bloody working now. Do you know what I mean? So it's actually doing exactly what I wanted it to do. But I need to know that the version that's on GitHub is actually... Yeah, look, it can't figure this out. He can't figure it out. Okay, so if I look at this, tsconfig was written at 8:44. And meanwhile, this was written at... Shit. See, this is what I was afraid of. Hang on a minute. You infernal beast. Right? Look at this. I knew it. It's not even... It's not even using the... Okay, it's not even using this anymore. It's not even using this anymore. Now it's installed here. This is the one that's installed. Ha, crap. So this is what needs to be uploaded. Oh man, what a nightmare this is. Okay. Because the thing is, what he's saying is, man, that's annoying. Right, let me have a look at the GitHub. Not that one. This one. See, look at all the files we have. Oh no. It's like half the project is here and the other half is somewhere else. Ugh, what a mess. So it works, but if someone tries to install it, they'll get half old files. So I think what I'll do is probably, this is probably the obvious thing actually. If I copy that and then go to this one and paste it, overwrite everything. God, that's a dodgy way of doing it, but it probably would work. And these are all demo scripts. Demo scripts. Test, analyze. Uno demo. Uno thing. Shakespeare. So I'll put that in there. So it's test story. Oh man, it doesn't bloody work. Example. Put Shakespeare there. Custom, test run, test story. What's this? Sarah walked into the... Yeah, we need to get rid of that. What's this? Sarah walked in... Oh, crap. That's why it's there. It's a demo. Okay, fine. I think I've updated it. So, what we'll do then, we'll just delete it. That's it. And then I gotta push this back to GitHub again. Yeah. Oh no, not that one. I don't want. It's because it's all squished. Upload file. Right now, I need to push stuff again. But we don't need dist or node modules. It's everything else. I think that's right. Just overwrite everything. And then it'll be like horrendously broken again. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Because my whole game plan is basically just to run this prompt again. And hopefully it works this time. Clearly it was actually broken the first time. What are you doing? Come on, bro. Compressed zip file. What is going on GitHub today? Come on, what did you do? Did you even do it? Nope, didn't even do it. Thanks. Oh, I'm lucky I didn't delete it already then. Upload files. I'm just trying to overwrite every file in the repo. Should be easy, right? Go. Okay, so wait, what? I should have uploaded everything. Oh, okay, so unless it was new, it didn't actually get changed. That's okay. That's okay. Alright, cool. So now what we can do is we can try to install it again. And hopefully this time it actually does the npm install parts. Get rid of that. And oop. Let's try it again. Ooh, a cake. Anybody want some? plenty to go around. Just send 1 Bitcoin to my PayPal. Just go, my man. I don't see him saying he's going to install... Oh wait, no, there it is. Install dependencies, build the files. So he should figure this out. I think the problem before was we had that syntax error, so one of the functions was failing. But this is why you've got to test your stuff, you know? You know, I know that everybody wants to just say, AI, give me thing, and call it a day. Because that would be cool. Oh. Did you find more? I think it found more problems. Do you know, I think that actually we've gotten to a point where it's like what files are even being worked on right now. You know what I mean? Like, what's it doing? Stop. 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 The problem we've got is we've actually got this is a source control problem, because we've actually got two branches that are being developed in parallel right now. So the best thing to do right now actually is to ditch this, right? Make a whole new thing and reclone it, because to be honest, right now, yeah, right now it's not looking very good. It's not looking very good. So what I'm gonna do is I've zipped this up, so I'm gonna delete it. Okay. Is it actually going to let me delete or what? What's going on? Hello? We need to delete it. You can't delete it because it's open in Klein, I think. Don't know. Or it's open in a folder. It's open somewhere. Maybe it's open in a notepad. Maybe it's open in a browser. Okay, right. Let's just close this. We need to like get out of... Because what's happened is, it instead of fixing itself, it created a version inside itself, you see. Oh my god. It's no longer located here. Yeah, it's gone. Right. So what happened was, we were working here, but the software wasn't there. The software was in the Klein folder. And so what happened was, when it was like, oh, I've got a problem, it couldn't see any of the files in the workspace, so it forked itself, but then it only made the files it needs to make it run, and then it changed the path for the project to be this. So the irony is, this might be all you actually need, okay? It's really annoying what it actually did, okay? Because I think that actually... Yeah, I think that actually all you need is these files. And like I said, Node isn't even... So we've got all this crap on this project page here. Pretty much none of it we actually need. Pretty much. But like I said, it's difficult because I'm like... Because it's put the path to here. Which makes you think... it only needs... This is all it needs. It doesn't need anything else. Which is really weird because, like I said, it should have an SRC folder which has the enhancers and stuff in it. So, I don't know. I think it's... Like I said, it's done this really weird thing where it's split the repo into 2 locations. I've never seen it do that before, to be honest. Yeah, it's just kind of like an impossible... Like, what the hell are you doing, man? But we have a GitHub upload guide here, so let's just take a little... Let's take stock, shall we? So I know it's got the latest version. Why did it just make... What the hell happened there? What the hell? Okay. Right, so... Git ignore. License file. Readme. Install. Git. Build.js. MCP settings. Package JSON. Package lock. Yeah, so it needs all of this. It doesn't need any of those. Test analysis, test custom, and test enhanced. They should be in like in the outputs folder. Anyway, and then there's a bunch of test scripts, and yeah. So everything I have. It's just weird, because like I said, for it to change to this path, this is the path it was actually using. So, you know, I'm to believe that that's everything then, is it? That's really weird. There's no way that's everything. It's missing everything. Whatever. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a new one, because it's like, what the hell? So whenever things go crazy, just do this. And if it breaks, just go backtrack to the last prompt. Test 2 MCP. And I'll get this. And as you can imagine, we're going to open it up fresh. We're going to go open folder. We're going to go to the D drive. I'm going to find my tools folder. And I've already got a folder ready. Test 2, open it up. And it's going to be git clone there. So I'll clone it here first, so I know I've got everything, right? It's almost like it's safer to do it like this. Like, I like the prompt install. I'm going to give it one more go. One more go. We'll try that install with the prompt one more time, and if it doesn't work, then I'll just ditch it, because it seems like you're better off doing it like the normal way, just with npm and everything. What the hell? It was like off the edge of the screen. Get that out of the way. Right, install. Right, let's try it again. Hopefully this one is good. I'm sure it works, it's just being weird. It's probably because I'm just still building it, you know. Now, if I look at my MCPs, I ain't got any. Okay. So he wants to read my thing. There it is. So, there we go, npm build. Good. Install dependencies with npm, build TypeScript files with thing, and node test run. Analyze, enhance, and then custom enhance. Yeah, because you can make your own. Alright, this looks good. Let's... Bad seed, guys. Bad seed combined with... I had a typo. There was a typo. Recipe for chaos, typo and bad seed. Yep, 100%. How are you all doing tonight? I hope you're having a bloody good evening. Time flies when you're having fun. It's hard to believe. It's going to be Sunday tomorrow. We'll be starting early because I got a lot to do. And we're going to do a bit of a marathon tomorrow. No spoilers. But I'll be starting at 5, not 7. I'll probably still be here at 10. But we just got too much. We've just got so much to do, guys. It's just so much to do. You know? It's never about the views. It's never about the content. It's just about spreading the word. Because at the end of the day, I learned from other people in the AI community as I was coming up. And so, you know, I feel like this is what I enjoy doing. You know? Spreading the word. Seeing what other people do with the tools. Because I won't live long enough to use them all. There's too many. And like I said, it's my absolute pleasure to host these live shows. And they're going to get better as well. I'm always evolving and adapting, improving. As I'm sure a lot of the regulars on here know. But yeah, we're going to be doing an extended live tomorrow. We'll be starting at 5 p.m. GMT. You will see a ping in the Discord. The join link is in the description if you didn't already see it. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing the streams and all the videos. I know there hasn't been much main channel content, but I'm working. I always told you guys, when I'm working, there's not time to do big edits. But there's always time for me to sit here and just hang out with you guys and show you what I'm working on. So that's basically the plan. It says it's finished. Let's just see if we can wrap this up before I sign off. Look at that. Oh, sheesh. Wow. Look at this. Custom enhanced text does the lot. Auto approve, auto approve, auto approve. It works. So if I got the latest version and installed it, which is up, it works. Yes! We win! It took us an hour, it took us 2 hours and 20 minutes. Let the record be known. 140 minutes. Never give up, never surrender. And find all of my treasure in one place. I hid it all on GitHub. You can find it. Find it if you can. Okay. It works. I'm going to install this on my laptop when I get home. Man, we're going to be making more MCPs. I'll register this one over with the site. Oh man. Yeah, it's working. Yeah, it's working. So, as you can see here, look, it used the, look at this. Yeah. It made some generated random stuff for the test, but that's okay. So it did an analysis report. It doubled the size. It doubled the text. Oh, wow, look at this. Position, middle, introduction marker, present. Climax, absent. Resolution, absent. Point of view, third person. Potential characters, the ass. Pronoun distribution, third person, 2. Look at all this. This is crazy stuff. And then finally it gets to golden shadow enhancement, need level high. Underdeveloped characters, the ass. Underdeveloped plot, the present. Our present. Environmental, look at this. Visually, olfactory. Average sentence length, sentence variety, so we improve all of that. Ah, yeah, boy. So I'm going to keep working on this. So like I said, it was my pleasure to show you. You know, just because you don't get the ball in the hoop first time doesn't mean you have to quit basketball for life. Have a little go with these tools. Don't forget, bad seed. Take your prompt, put it in a notepad. Sometimes it's just a case of do the prompt again and you'll get a better outcome. This is the weird thing about it. It's not necessarily deterministic. The same prompt could lead to millions of different outputs. So just try it again. Don't get frustrated and fight it. Just go with the flow. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. That's my 10-minute sign-off done. Pretty much. I don't mean to keep you all on the edge of your seat. I want you all get out of here and enjoy your weekends. I'll be back tomorrow at 5. You don't need to show up early if you can't. You know I run long streams, but I'll appreciate seeing you all the same. So thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time.